It's Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be going over the kit reveal because Kabam revealed a good amount of the kit of Mr. Knight, and I thought it was important to share that with you with information, context, and of course, great footage which you can see on screen right now. So recent Summoner's Choice winner was Mr. Knight. The animations, the visual, which you can see right here, is just amazing. They did such an amazing job. The art team, of course, animations going to this kind of like comic book black and white style as Mr. Knight pummels future Ant-Man, which you can see on screen right now. We love seeing that footage and fun, and I'm very much looking forward to, as I said, this champion dropping whenever it is. I don't know if it's September. I'm not sure where it is. But yeah, cannot wait for it. And Kabam said in the live stream that the champion would have a nod to Moon Knight, but not exactly. Moon Knight has this very kind of like annoying lunar base. Whatever's happening with the moon at the moment, by the way, in the UK at the moment, we've got a bit of a half moon going on. But whenever time, like, I don't know, the moon is doing whatever, at whatever time, whenever, whatever it is, there was a thing that was happening with the champion. It's not. There's a slight nod to that in Mr. Knight's based abilities, and by the way, I do hope at one stage Moon Knight gets a bit of a buff, but Mr. Knight is going to have that shining glory that this champion doesn't have, which is sad because you could, well, Moon Knight in the MCU, fingers crossed we get that season 2. It's just an exciting character. I've always loved the character. Great to see it in the MCU, and of course great to see Mr. Knight, who of course went down so well with people that watch the TV series. But yeah, moving on. So we've got a bit of game footage now to show you, which I've slowed down. There's several things to note at the moment. So first of all, you can see panic, you'll see sleep, you'll see physical vulnerabilities, injury, which stacks, tranquilize, which Kabam is going to talk a lot about. You can see a lot of tranquilize this year, mark my words, and also reckless. By the way, the tranquilize does stack. There's also a passive stun at some stage. And you seem to refresh on what are your, and I'm a little bit unsure about this, like your moon mode. So you just see, we just went into waxing moon. Now, if you know the other like champion, Moon Knight, you'll know that those particular terms are known about, you know, waxing moon, other kinds of moon, right? But also there's full moon at one stage during this particular fight. All of these play a part in how you play. And that is something, again, you can see there, went with full moon, and then we've got light proficiency. Light proficiency basically means your light attacks are going to do a heck of a lot more damage. And right at the very end of this, there's also going to be some cruelty that pops up. But you can see the crits per basic hits are great. Crit me with your best shot. I think that's crit me one more time, whatever it is. That is going to be a node of interest, I think, for kind of like playing against with this champion. It could be like a great option. So in this particular segment, that's just after the game footage, Kabam Niv, who is right there, I think is the person that made the champion, was able to give a bit more insight into the rotations and said that beating up criminals is kind of the way of this champion. Punishing specials and punishing heavy attacks will help to some element of build, similar to, say, how roll charges are built up in something like Alliance Quest raids. You know, you've got to punish a heavy attack, punish a special attack. So these are things that you've had to do or have knowledge of. Injury. Now, injury pops up now and again. You definitely see it, like injury ready. And what injury does as an ability is lowers down physical resistance. Like debuff lowers down physical resistance. Injury leads to panic, which leads to tranquilize. Reckless, which you saw reckless pop up, like you just did reckless in that particular game footage, increases the chance of an enemy to throw a special attack. It kind of operates like a taunt type of effect. And special attacks go off what the moon mechanic is, whether it's critical, guaranteed critical crits, or not critical hits, but whether it's guaranteed crit, sorry. And light proficiency increases light attacks. All that from a visualization standpoint can be found right here. So you can see the light proficiency building. So whether or not you got to do special attacks to build light proficiency, or it just builds like over time. Going into sleep, of course, is very helpful because it's not like it's a stun of some description. And let's face it, a lot of the times nowadays, stun seems to be something that Kabam seems to be either like going away from. So sleep is the new stun. Stun is the old sleep type situation. And you can see there, top right hand corner, the building of things like physical vulnerability, panic, tranquilize, etc. I guess this is why this could be a great champion in attack against champions that need a load of debuffs on them in order to actually do something, or particular types of nodes that require that. If you've got something that purifies a lot of debuff effects, and of course that's a problem as well, because you're like, well, it won't serve its purpose against the likes of Mole Man, Kingpin, Korg, anything that purifies. Don't even try using this one in an attack against a tumor. Oh my god, no. But it's still very exciting, and you can see there a great kind of like rotation with the champion, especially with those light attacks doing quite so much damage. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. So, with all that said, by by the members of Kabam, what do you think so far with Mr. Knight? Granted, we don't know the full abilities, but it's definitely a lot of the kit that has been revealed, and with a lot of the kit being revealed, you can largely surmise well what and where he could be used, whether or not he's used as like a quick access. If you can ramp him quickly, could be good for battlegrounds. Time being a factor, but also damage being a factor as well. Providing someone puts something like a science champion in defense. But let's face it, a lot of people, when people are putting science champions in defense, Photon's going to be there in defense. Let's just face the facts here. But yeah, it was exciting to see that. That's going to be it to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed it. A little write-up is in the description. If you didn't understand anything if you understand the words that I'm coming out of my mouth, rush hour references. That's going to be it for the video. Support the channel, and they've got some more coverage and content coming out later today. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.